at the top of every bit of music, you're going to see a little sign, usually on top of the musical staff, and it'll say something like crotchet equals 88. And that sign is going to tell us how fast the music is going to go. It was originally written to be measured by a metronome. Now this is a really old-fashioned one now. So my old metronome, my old friend, look, it's good to practice with a metronome sometimes and then it can drive you mad, but it does give you a gauge to practice with sometimes, and then you go by an internal pulse. Anyway, I'm not talking about that, I'm talking about metronomes. And they go from side to side when they're wound up the old-fashioned way. And when they're on a flat surface, they do tick evenly. And they tick faster when they're down the bottom and slower when the weight's up the top. And they tell us how those beats we can set up. For example, I might set my metronome at 168 and put it on a flat surface like this. And you can see it's going quite fast. If I set it for, say, a crotchet equals 100, there's my crotchet beat. Can you see that's a lot slower? It was sometimes written down as MM after a guy called Maelzel, M-A-E-L-Z-E-L, Maelzel, who invented the metronome. The thing that you really need to know is it talks about how fast, the speed of the music, how to actually say what it is. Crotchet equals 88 beats per bar or per minute. You say per bar, you think you can get 88 beats inside 1 bar of your music. You're going to be very clever. It's actually measured on the clock. So if I said to you, crotchet equals 60, that means crotchet equals 60 beats per minute. In other words, a crotchet equals 1 beat per second if it's 60. So that gives you an idea if it does say crotchet equals 60. It's not all that fast. Yeah, so it's called a metronome mark. Sometimes you see a quaver beat, a dotted crotchet beat. It's called a metronome mark. And you can actually say it like it's written. Crotchet equals 88 beats per minute.